What's up, my people? I'm back. Same place, same shirt, same day. Thought I'd film 2 videos. So, this week's video is about, I don't even know where to really begin with this. So, I'll start kind of from the beginning here. So, one of my friends, okay, so I'm trying to come up with, like, names that, like, don't give away my real friends' names, but, like, I'm trying to come up with, like, the same letter. That way it's easier for me to, like, tell who's who. Okay, so, my friend Allie invited me to go and hang out with them just, you know, in the town randomly, like last minute, you know. She's like, hey, we haven't hung out in a long time, like, you want to come with me and my sister Erica and our friends Peggy and Aaron. By the way, Peggy, you know who you are. It's kind of an inside joke. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, I'm sorry. So anyway, I'm like, yeah. So I meet them up, like, in town, like an hour after that. So then, it's like pouring down rain, right? So, this is gonna be TMI, but like, I had to pee a lot during this day. I don't know why. So, I was like, okay, I really have to pee. It's pouring down rain, like, this isn't good. So I stop at, like, Target. It was nearby where I was. And I walk in and I was like terrified because I'm like, the rain isn't helping. I need to pee, like, I need to be somewhere. So I run into Target and I go to the bathroom, and then as I'm leaving, it's like pouring down rain, so much so that you can't even see out the doors. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go look around. Because she texted me she was gonna be late anyway because Allie had a hair appointment, so kind of worked out. So I walked around, looked in the clothes section, I got talked into buying 2 shirts. I was alone. So I talked myself into buying 2 shirts. They looked cool. Not the point. So after that, she texted me that they were on their way, so I left Target and headed into this, like, little shopping center thing. I don't know, I guess it could be considered like a type of outlet mall kind of thing. Because there's, like, restaurants and shops, blah, 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 you know. So we get there and we meet up at the Chick-fil-A that's in there. So I go and I save us a seat because it was kind of crowded. It was closer to dinner time, like 6:30ish, 7, I guess. Well, it was kind of past dinner time, but not the point. So I wait for them to get there. Then Allie and our friend Peggy come in together. So we, like, you know, greet up. I'm like, oh, love your hair. She got it all chopped off. I'm like, oh, fine, you know, just random stuff. So we're waiting for Allie's sister Erica and her boyfriend Aaron to get there. They finally arrive and, you know, we eat, blah, blah, blah. We're just talking, catching up because we haven't hung out in a while. So then we go in some shops, you know, it's super fun. You just chill out, you know. There's a Barnes & Noble there. So that was like one of the last places we ended up going together. And we went in there and they wanted Starbucks. There's like a Starbucks inside this Barnes & Noble kind of thing. I don't know. So basically we went and, you know, they got their Starbucks and I didn't really want anything, which I should have got something. This is random, but, like, ever since my graduation party, I have like 5 gift cards there and I forget every time I go there. And I have them with me, so, like, it makes me so mad. Not the point, I'm sorry. I get sidetracked. Ugh, it's fine. We're walking around and in this Barnes & Noble, I'm sure it's probably like this in every Barnes & Noble, but, like, literally where I live, there's only, like, one Barnes & Noble. So this Barnes & Noble, it has obviously, like, books everywhere, duh. And there's, like, a Starbucks kind of in the back corner. And then there's, like, this whole movie section that's kind of, like, split off from the rest of the book section. And then towards the back, also, there's, like, a whole, like, area just for the kids, like a kids area. So, and then towards the middle, bug just flew in my mouth. L. So, that was a nasty bug. Sick and nasty. Okay, so, where was I? I dropped my phone. This video is not going as planned. I'm sorry, everyone. It's hot. I have frizzy hair. Okay. So, So basically there's like an area in the middle and it has like board games, Legos, like stuffed animals, blah, 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 like knickknack stuff like that. So puzzles, that's another one. Random, but I thought I would include it anyway. So, oh, it got like all shady. Yay. So I go over and I just see this like Clue game. I don't even really remember like what it was, but it was a Clue game and it was like funny. So I was like, oh, look how hilarious. And I picked this up and I was like, look how funny this is, guys. And okay, so something you should know about all of my friends, like in this group, is that we're not wild, crazy, rude teenagers. We're just like calm, kind of quiet, like out to have a good time, hanging out kind of friends, you know? So we're not like, it's not like we're messing up everything and screaming inside a bookstore and stuff like that. We're just looking around and we're all pretty quiet. And I'm like, guys, look how funny this is. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And all of a sudden, this really creepy worker, he was like kind of older, had grayish hair. I mean, maybe he was like 30, 40 something. He just looked old. And he had glasses on and like a death stare that he was like totally dead inside. He looked like the whole time. And so he peeks his head around the corner, like right at my face. And he's like, you should buy that game and make tonight game night. And he talked like that too. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I wish I was, but I'm not exaggerating. Like, that's literally how he acted and sounded. And so he just stood there, like, really close to us. And we're like, oh, yeah, haha. Like, and I look at the back of it just to see what it looks like. So I stick it, like, down, and I'm, like, reading the back of it. And he kind of freaked out, I guess. Like, I was gonna leave it backwards. So he, like, kind of darted in front of me and slides it around. And I'm just kind of like, okay. I was reading that, but you know, it's fine. So, and then he's like, oh, you were reading that? And I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I hate you. And so he's just standing there, just still like, the whole freaking time. And I'm like, okay. So we kind of move over, like, from the board game section, like, right over here to, like, the animal, like, stuffed animal section thing. So my hair looks horrible today. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm always stressed out about my hair, if you couldn't tell from any other video. It's fine. So Erica goes and she looks at, like, this little, like, dog stuffed animal thing. I don't even know really what it was from. But she's like, oh, look how cute this is. Like, look at that. And then she sticks it right back where it's supposed to go on the shelf. And he runs over and he, like, straightens it and, like, fixes it perfectly. And I'm like, what is wrong with this psycho? And, whoa, windy. A little scary. Okay, so anyway, we're just all like, what is with this guy? Like, we're not saying anything, but, like, our facial expressions and looking at each other, like, we all know what we thinking, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I know, I'm just like, okay. And so he fixes it and then he goes, it's Puff. Her name is Puff. And Erica was like, okay, thank you for sharing that wonderful information. And we're all just kind of like, okay. And by this point, Allie and Peggy went to the bathroom because they really, I don't even know if they really needed to go to the bathroom. They were trying to get away from this, like, creepo. So there's just me, Erica, and Aaron. So we're just like standing there and Erica's like, hey guys, you want to go like look for that book, you know, that we came in here to look for in that other section way far away over there where you can't see away from him? I mean, she really didn't say all of that, but you know what I mean. She was like hoping we'd catch on to like go over there. We're like, oh yeah, right, that book. So we like, you know, dart this other way and we start like walking away, you know, to go to like the furthest away book section possible. We didn't care what it was. We just wanted to get away from him. We're starting to walk away and then we like I forget who turns around. I think it was Aaron. He turns around and he's following us. And so we're all like, oh. And he's just like walking really slowly, like. Erica started to go into like this like kids area thing, and he like runs over really fast and he's like, there are no teenagers in the kids area. And I was kind of in my head thinking like, there is if I want a dang book in there, okay? But I tried to be nice. I refrained. We all good. Ethan is a very calm person. Most of the time. But anyway, so I didn't say anything. My phone overheated, dang it. It's like 95,000 degrees outside, darn it. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna make this fast before my iPad explodes, because it's really hot outside, I'm dying. So, where was I? Oh, so then, you know, okay, so I didn't say anything, right? I really wanted to, but I didn't. So he's still standing there, like, right up our butt, as usual. Here you are, like, leave us alone, please. We're not, like, destroying your store. We're not being loud. We're just being normal people looking at books and movies, okay? Like, go bother somebody else. So, we're still standing there, and so we, like, get her to, like, come out of the kids area, because she didn't hear it. She was, like, further away. So we're like, hey, Erica, Doofus over here says you can't be in there anymore, so we're not welcome, apparently. It's fine. I mean, we were nice. We weren't, like, rude. It's because, I mean, I always try to be nice up until, like, a last resort. So we were nice. We were respectful. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was a rule. So we get her, and, like, we start to walk over to where the bathrooms were, because we were wondering where Allie and Peggy were. So we, like, find them, and they're hiding in the hallway, like, where the bathrooms are, and is he gone yet? And we're like, no, we have so much to tell you. And so we, like, kind of spilled the beans on what all happened, like, up until this point, you know? And so then they're like, okay, maybe we should, like, leave. And I'm like, okay, I agree. Like, this guy's freaky and weird. He's, like, some crazy stalker person. I don't know what his deal is. But, like, he's not an okay worker. So, something ain't right in the head here. So we decide to leave. And as I'm, like, we're walking out, he's, like, still right here, like, and he's still just blankly staring at us. And I finally get fed up. And I turn around and I'm like, can we help you? And he just kind of goes, but I'm here to help you. And just stood there like that again, said the creepiest thing ever. And we're like, okay. And we just kind of, like, left. Then we kind of forgot about him for, like, a little bit. We walked around for a little bit longer. Then, here we go again. I have to pee. So, the only place with a bathroom, like, around this area would have been Barnes & Noble. So I walk through, and to get to the bathrooms, you literally have to go straight through the middle of the entire store, and it's, like, in the back towards, like, the corner area. So I'm, like, walking in by myself. They all waited outside. And they're like, we'll pray for you, like, we'll watch you through the windows, like, it's fine. So, I was walking in, and, like, the whole time I'm just, like, you know, like, looking everywhere, and I don't see this guy anywhere. And I'm like, I swear to God, if he is in the bathroom right now, I will cry. So I open the bathroom door, and gotcha. He wasn't really in the bathroom. Thank God. So I open the door and, like, I look and he's, like, not in there. So I'm like, okay, maybe maybe he was a ghost. We just imagined the whole thing. He wasn't real. We crazy. Like, you know, I'm just kidding. But, like, so I go to the bathroom, and then as I'm leaving, I leave the bathroom hallway, and I'm starting to turn, like, around this bookcase. And I literally almost run into this guy. And he's, like, doing his weird little creepy, like, OCD thing where he's, like, straightening every little Lego box ever to make it perfect. Which, let's be real, I feel you, but, like, really, you know, like, not everything can be a perfect amazingness, you know, like I wish it could, but it can't. So let's run into this guy around the corner, and he's putting something like straightening up, and he goes, and just stood there like that. And I'm like, yeah. And I just kind of like walked around him, and he just like started staring at me. And then as I walked around the corner and I'm walking straight back to the doors, I look through, like, since it's like nighttime now, it's like dark. So you know how like when it's darker outside, you can see the reflection of the whole store through the glass windows. So the doors are glass, and I'm walking up to the doors, and I literally see his reflection following me behind me. So I freak out, and I walk outside, and I tell my friends everything that happened, and they're like, I know, oh my gosh. So then we like all kind of, I had to end up going. So they were gonna, I parked in this like darker parking lot, which I didn't know it was going to be darker, but like none of the stupid street lights were working in the one parking lot I chose.
My life.
So they walk me to the car, that way like we're not all split up and we don't die. So we have to go around Barnes & Noble, and as we're going around Barnes & Noble, you can see like the movie section, and we just all like look in, you know, as we're walking by. The guy is now at like the movie counter, and he's like straightening boxes, and he's literally just staring at us, watching us, like, as we walk by, and we're like, like, no. So we freaked out, and so my friend Allie was like, Ethan, new YouTube video, and I'm like, yes. So I decided to make it. So you guys know who you are. Shout out to y'all for enduring my crazy life. Thank you. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell so you can know whenever I post a new video like this one. And I will see you guys next week. Ish.